Jesus said to his disciples, "The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire labourers for his vineyard. After agreeing with the labourers for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. When he went out about 9 o'clock, he saw others standing idly in the marketplace, and he said to them, 'You also go into the vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right.' So they went. When he went out again about noon, and about 3 o'clock he did the same. And about 5 o'clock he went out and found others standing around, and he said to them, 'Why are you standing here idle all day?' They said to him, 'Because no one has hired us.' He said to them, 'You also go into the vineyard.' When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his manager, 'Call the labourers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and then going to the first.' When those hired about 5 o'clock came, each of them received the usual daily wage. Now when the first came, they thought that they would receive more. But each of them also received the usual daily wage. And when they received it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, 'These last worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who have borne the burden of the day and the scorching heat.' But he replied to one of them, 'Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what belongs to you and go. I chose to give to this last the same as I gave to you. Am I not allowed to do what I choose with what belongs to me? Or are you envious because I am generous? So the last will be first, and the first will be last.' This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. Amen. Here at the vicarage in Nazing, we have a very small grapevine. It's growing bigger and bigger by the year, and this year it even produced its first bunch of grapes, less than a handful, but it came to fruition. Sometimes when there are so many challenges in life, and when we feel beset all round by troubles and difficulties, it's really tempting to give up hope. But we're reminded by the reading from Matthew's Gospel today that God is out there always working in his vineyard, the vineyard of this world. And the poorest and the most dismal looking places are places of growth. And we're all called to be part of that labour, to all be workers in the vineyard. I'm conscious that the world of work is a very difficult place at the moment, even in developed economies like our own. It is a challenging time for so many people, so many redundancies, so much loss of basic work, and yet other people are so overpressured. They have too much to do. You think of all our people on the front line at the moment, working in sometimes low-paid jobs in order to keep our country going at a challenging time. God calls us, whatever our situation, to keep working for his kingdom. For those who are in important and demanding jobs, he called us to not give up hope, but keep focusing on what we're called to do, to keep doing it, and to call in generously others as are needed to help with the task. And for others who might feel really downcast at the moment, having lost a job and lost a workplace, many treasured colleagues, even lost a business, which is heartbreaking. We're called to find other ways of using our gifts and talents, not to give up hope, but keep working for the building of God's kingdom, finding a way through. And it doesn't matter whether we're at the beginning of the day of our working career or whether we're at the end of the lives. There's always things for us to do. We're called as Christians to work together in hope, to recognise that God has given us a task, and to join together in fulfilling that task as labourers in God's vineyard of the world. And we're promised, though it may look unhopeful at times, there is always fruit. Amen.